Maybe you tried meditation for the first time because everyone says it helps with stress. Maybe you sat there, closed your eyes, and 30 seconds in, your mind is racing with all the things you think you need to get done. Maybe you gave up thinking you're just not good at it. You were being so intentional, downloading the apps, watching tutorials, genuinely trying to find relief from the hot flashes and sleepless nights. But there was this frustrating feeling that you just couldn't shake. This slow realization that meditation for menopause symptoms isn't working often comes down to two things. Either you're using techniques you're not really familiar with, or no one explained the mind body connection that makes meditation actually effective. Most how to meditate for beginners guides skip the science behind why it works and what your body actually needs. And if you don't understand it, then your body and your mind are really going to resist. And once you understand why you're meditating and how to do it properly, the changes happen in your body within days. And the simple techniques that deliver real meditation benefits start to make sense. If you can relate, stay with me because by the end of this video, I'll share a proven approach to meditation that creates measurable biological changes, especially if what you've tried so far hasn't brought the relief you were hoping for. And if you're new here, I'm Dr. Gayla Gorman, a licensed acupuncturist, naturopath, and author of What's Your Kryptonite? If you'd like to connect with me, use the QR code on the screen or go to drgayla.com/links. On this channel, I'm here to help you reverse the effects of chronic stress so that you can cruise through midlife and beyond symptom free. So, in this particular video, we're exploring meditation for menopause symptoms. So, you can see how it calms your nervous system, what happens in your brain and blood at the biological level, and the simple steps to start practicing even as a complete beginner. So, let's get started. Meditation is increasingly recognized as a powerful support for women experiencing menopause, especially when symptoms feel invisible or dismissed by conventional care. I will say that women who experience really extreme symptoms related to menopause are highly likely to be experiencing stress. Adrenals are supposed to take over some of the load when we go through menopause. And if you're experiencing adrenal fatigue due to stress, the adrenals have nothing to donate. And so, this is the reason why symptoms feel out of control and why you can look at another woman and say, how does she cruise through menopause without really extreme symptoms when that's obviously not your experience? So, just like any practice, the benefits of meditation depend on how it's approached. When used consistently and with the right intention, meditation can become a true ally in your wellness routine. If previous attempts felt frustrating or ineffective, and it's common, there's a reason why. So, how does meditation actually help during these hormonal shifts? Midlife transitions place extra strain on the nervous system, like I just discussed with this adrenal fatigue in particular. Hormonal fluctuations often dial up the stress circuits in the brain, triggering anxiety, sleep disruptions, and physical tension. Meditation calms these overactive pathways, lowers cortisol levels, and activates the body's own calming chemistry, offering a natural buffer to symptoms like hot flashes and restless nights. So, if this topic interests you, you'll definitely enjoy another one of my videos where I share my own routine to sleep soundly in midlife. The link should pop up right here on your screen, and if you miss it, no worries. I've included it in the description below. So, what are some of the real benefits you can feel and even measure? Women who meditate regularly report less anxiety, deeper sleep, and fewer hot flashes. These aren't just surface level changes. At a cellular level, stress markers drop. Natural pain relievers that your body makes internally, endogenous opioids, actually compound, and the body starts finding balance again. The best part, these shifts begin within days, not months of consistent practice. So, why have other methods maybe fallen short? Many women give up on meditation because they try techniques made for seasoned practitioners or aim to empty the mind completely. An impossibility, right? For us overthinkers. So, how do you really need to practice meditation? Meditation that supports menopause. It's about gentle redirection rather than trying to reach perfection. It's about creating space for your nervous system to exhale so your body can finally shift out of stress and into repair. As a reminder, meditation calms stress circuits, lowers cortisol, and helps balance your nervous system. So, this much you already know by now, right? But why does sitting quietly for a few minutes create such drastic changes you can actually feel in your body? What's really happening? Let me show you. I'm going to explain the mind body connection that makes meditation work at the biological level. And once you understand it, everything about why this practice matters will make complete sense. The mind body connection isn't just an inspiring idea, it's a biological reality we can now observe in real time. When people hear meditation changes your brain, they often think it just means feeling a bit more relaxed, but the real change goes much deeper. Understanding how this connection works reveals why meditation can create lasting shifts when other strategies fall short, and why steady practice matters far more than doing it perfectly. So, how do thoughts actually reshape the brain? Meditation trains the brain to communicate more efficiently. Instead of working in isolation, key networks like the ones tied to worry, self judgment, and emotional reactivity, all related to this overthinking most of us are guilty of, begin to quiet and start coordinating. These include the default mode network and salience network, which are often overactive during chronic stress. When they settle, the nervous system moves out of high alert and into a calmer, more regenerative state. So, healing also affects the bloodstream. After just 1 week of consistent meditation, something remarkable happens at the biochemical level. The blood itself becomes more supportive of brain repair. Blood drawn from meditators during scientific studies helped brain cells form longer, stronger connections thanks to proteins like the SLITRK1, which is linked to growth and healing. So, another thing to keep in mind is that those thoughts can actually do damage as well. Another reason why meditation is so important to actually dilute the effects of some of the negative messages that are circulating through our body. Energy actually shifts at the cellular level. At the deepest layer, meditation shifts how your cells create and use energy. Within days, the body transitions to more efficient metabolic pathways, allowing stress affected cells to repair and rebalance. This isn't just about calming down, it's about restoring vitality at the source, where true healing becomes possible. In a 2025 study in communications biology, 20 people were studied through a 7-day meditation retreat, tracking brain activity, blood chemistry, and cellular response. The findings confirmed what practitioners have sensed for generations. Meditation creates measurable biological change. Brain scans showed meditation calming the default mode and these salience networks, the areas that light up during anxiety and overthinking. Participants' blood chemistry shifted in ways that supported brain cell growth. When researchers applied post meditation blood to cultured neurons, those brain cells formed longer, healthier connections. So, put simply, your thoughts influence your blood chemistry, and that chemistry becomes a healing force for your brain. One of the most encouraging takeaways, nearly half of the participants were brand new to meditation. They experienced the same biological shift as experienced meditators, proving you don't need years of practice to see real restorative changes in your body. So here's what ties it all together. When you understand that meditation changes your brain and blood chemistry, it's easy to see that it can actually help with everyday symptoms, hot flashes, sleepless nights, constant anxiety. These symptoms are signals, and the fastest way to ease them is by calming the stress response that's amplifying everything. You can see real cellular changes within 7 days even as a complete beginner. That's what the study proved. But here's the question that probably comes up. Maybe for you, it comes up for a lot of people. If it's that effective, why does sitting down to meditate feel so overwhelming? You might even be wondering, where do I start if it just feels like such a struggle? I'm going to walk you through exactly how to meditate for beginners with steps so simple they take away the guesswork. And chances are you'll realize it's far more accessible than you thought. So, if meditation has ever felt out of reach or just too complicated, this is a common experience. Most guidance you'll find skips over the essentials and jumps straight into advanced techniques. But the kind of meditation that supports hormonal balance and stress relief doesn't require years of training or a blank mind. It simply needs to meet you where you are with small, steady steps you can actually sustain. You can start with just 5 minutes, but I will say that it's helpful to use 10 to 15 or 20 minutes. But just set a timer, even for as little as 5 minutes. That can be enough just to get started. Find a comfortable spot where you can sit undisturbed in a chair, on the bed, or on the floor. Close your eyes and rest one hand gently on your belly and the other hand, preferably your left hand, on your chest over your heart. This gentle pressure signals to your body to relax. You don't need to get it right. You just need to allow your body to ease in without overwhelm. Focus on your breath, not clearing your mind. Let your breath flow naturally through your nose. Notice the air as it moves in and out. Feel your belly rise and fall. Your mind will wander, that's expected. And when it does, and it will, gently guide your attention back to your breath. That gentle redirection is the practice. Sometimes it helps to count. If following the breath feels too vague, count. Inhale 1, exhale 2. I even recommend using a 4-7-8 breathing technique. This really helps to activate the parasympathetic nervous system and calm your entire body. You'll inhale to the count of 4, hold it for the count of 7, and exhale to the count of 8. This is a great way to distract your mind and keep it busy while you're actually getting the benefits of meditative relaxation. And remember, when your mind drifts, return to the breath and the counting. This simple structure gives your thoughts something soft to lean on, especially when they feel scattered or really loud. I will also recommend that some guided meditation can really be helpful, especially in the beginning. But honestly, I've been meditating for decades and I really enjoy using guided meditation. You can even start with just inexpensive audio sessions or even YouTube videos can really just give you something to tune into. It can also be really helpful to use wired stereo headphones. I really discourage you from using wireless headphones or the earbuds because those things are communicating through your brain. It's not helping. When you're new or just feeling unsettled, guided meditations really help carry the mental load, keeping you present without overthinking. Choose a consistent time. First thing in the morning is best, before you even have that first cup of coffee. If that doesn't work for you, you can do it as part of your evening wind down routine. For me, I often meditate longer in the morning and then use a shorter meditation in the evening. The repetition teaches your nervous system to anticipate the pause. Over time, your body begins to settle more quickly, creating a dependable reset point in your day. Those racing thoughts, reminders, and memories, that's your default mode network doing its job. Meditation isn't about stopping thoughts, it's about noticing them, really developing awareness. Then you're going to be able to start to let them pass and return to the breath or even the guidance that you're hearing in the meditation. Every intentional return strengthens new neural pathways and calms old stress loops. After each session, check in. Is your breathing softer? Are your shoulders less tense? Do you feel just a bit more present? These subtle shifts are the signs that your biology is responding, even if your mind didn't feel still. The practice is working whether it feels perfect or not. And remember just a while ago when you tried meditation for the first time and gave up after 5 minutes because your mind wouldn't stop racing? Well, that wasn't your failure. You were missing these two things: understanding that a wandering mind is part of the process and having techniques actually suited for someone dealing with hormonal shifts, anxiety, and sleepless nights. So now you know why meditation works at the biological level, what happens in your brain and blood when you practice consistently, and exactly how to begin in a way that's realistic for where you are right now. Effective meditation for menopause symptoms isn't about perfection. It's about showing up with simple practices that give your nervous system permission to shift out of stress and into repair. These steps give you that foundation. And if your best efforts to live a healthy lifestyle and do all the things you've been led to think are supposed to work aren't getting the job done, you may even be feeling like you take 2 steps forward and 3 back. I have more resources to help you navigate midlife. Just go to drgala.com/links and watch my next video, where I show you how to manage the toxic stress that's sabotaging your efforts. You can eliminate the symptoms that seem to be piling up in midlife naturally, without medication, crazy diets, intense exercise, or any other unsustainable lifestyle hack.